Hi, I'm Jason Daniels, co-founder of Verde International, and this is Pat Reily. Last year, lenders worldwide left $140 billion in net income sitting on the table that could have been made on business and personal loans. 60% were loans that could have been approved but weren't, and 40% were loans made with poor terms. So what's broken? The problem is conventional underwriting views every decision as a credit risk decision, not an economic decision. Verde Aurora is our loan decision solution that successfully captures both these missed opportunities to satisfy the unmet demand and improve your loan terms across the board. Ditching this traditional scorecard, it instead evaluates the financial impact of thousands to trillions of loan term options on your bottom line. Even for community lenders and small product lines, the income improvement using our system can add up to millions of dollars annually. How do I know? The system is currently in use at clients with portfolios as small as $100 million and is achieving automated decisions for 99.6% of their loan applications with unheard of approval rates. So how does it work? First, we predict payment behavior and use those predictions to drive pro formas for each set of loan terms. Next, from all possible loan term options, optimal terms are given that satisfy customers and investor return expectations. We call this getting to the best yes. Best of all, answers are instant. Most systems in use at financial institutions today use a combination of credit score, the ratio of monthly debt payments to monthly income, and the percent of the value of the collateral being borrowed to generate interest rate scorecards at different term lengths. Why that's popular is it's fast. The problem is that it's an incomplete picture that leads to bad decision making. Big name credit scores only rank order default risk. It's coarse and crude with little connection to real economics. We use advanced models from your market and customer experience to predict not only the probability of all important behaviors, inclusive of default risk, but also the timing and magnitude. Will events happen? And if they do, when and how good or bad will they be? Verde Aurora's models also handle the fact that a customer's behavior drives pricing and pricing drives their behavior. It's a simultaneous problem requiring a simultaneous convergent solution. That sounds complex, and it is, especially compared to just looking up a rate on a scorecard. But big data and big analytics technology has only just recently become affordable enough to making running all these calculations this fast. Here we are showing you our Verde Aurora training tool. Verde Aurora runs in the background, and clients and interested parties can test and adjust some of their own financial assumptions around their policy thresholds and estimates for fees, cost, collateral, recoveries, and cost of capital against real-world loan application scenarios. Across the top, we have the loan terms as presented by the person completing the application. The second line is the optimized solution that Verde Aurora just calculated and returned moments ago. As you can see, the initial terms here failed multiple policy thresholds and was ultimately unprofitable. But the decision process found a set of terms that were within their tolerances. Please note the change in the default odds from the first set of terms to the next. This is what I meant by behavior driving pricing and pricing driving behavior. In this case, the customer is less likely to default with a lower payment and interest rate. Now you might be asking yourself, why is the interest rate lower than the probability of default? For one, this is a collateralized loan, and we're offering less than the full value of the vehicle. For another, this is where the importance of predicting timing becomes apparent. A loan with a charge-off that is more likely to happen late in the loan's life is more valuable than one expected to charge off very early. Finally, the net present value tells us whether or not the discounted cash flows meet return expectations. So what just happened? Verde Aurora has evaluated all alternative loan term options for this customer and returned the best yes set of terms that gives your customers competitive pricing, shareholders a fair return for their risk, and terms that not only comply, but meet the spirit of fair lending. It does this by looking at thousands of metrics for each application that describes risk, customer behavior, local economics, capital costs, functional costs, desired returns, and so on to create pro forma financials. Here are the cash flows for the optimized solution versus the collateral value. Every loan is a business investment, and Verde Aurora sees the whole picture, not just risk. Just that fast, we predicted all important behaviors and projected monthly life cycle financials for an ocean of possible loan term and package combinations. From that ocean, Verde Aurora then selects terms that best satisfy all the competing interests. So what's the user's experience? This is our loan origination system, but we can interface with most other LOSs. As you can see here, all of this computing results in a very simple experience for your end users. Verde Aurora has evaluated the loan terms as requested. If it can approve the requested terms, it will. If not, or if it can improve an offer, it will return a counteroffer based on its optimization routine. To close, while there are lots of other features and benefits to using Verde Aurora for your loan decisioning, hopefully I've been able to convince you that underwriting loans is not just a credit risk decision. It's an economic decision. Using our system gives you the full picture for each set of loan terms you consider. And these decisions are rendered quickly and fairly with an answer that's as simple to use as a red light and a green light. Powered by our big data and big analytics technology and scalable for institutions large and small, we get you to the best yes for all stakeholders. So stop guessing about the future. Come by Verde International's table, and we'll tell you more about our mission to improve your bottom line through better lending with Verde Aurora. Thank you.